Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game. More than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Yeah, so that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan, that's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening. pass as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Lance finding Deebo there for the Niner first.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked 3rd in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a first down here.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lance. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lance going to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return is Pettis. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Get out of here with a W, offense.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Play action. It's Fields. And that is Caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the open drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Famous Jones. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears are in for 6. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, one thing we certainly know, He likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to it.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. Touchdown Bears! Cole Kmet, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. 3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. You know, but let me think. You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They definitely got to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap, Fields. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him, that's a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Dante Pettis, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
Lance to throw on second down here. This is caught by Williams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looks to throw again. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Misconnection there. He's had almost 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields going deep for Montgomery. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. Santos' kick is up and through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. With that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A big sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in the blocker.
It's been a tough game for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Lance to throw for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Fields going to take this himself. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper. And a first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Off play action, Fields. Going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Drake Jackson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Third and long, it's Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though that's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Here we go. 21.
Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the save. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Precious staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I think the backup's in there, but it'll make.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carrier to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. Headed second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, alert! Hey, go!
Garoppolo. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play action, Garoppolo. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able.
They're looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Boy, hurts the team on defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they will take a knee here.
Keep it up!
Here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your...
Hello, new world. All the boys and girls, I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the weird jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes. It's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro Pay, 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella final. Take off the far flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lag. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the you ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you